Got to replay buffer going. And hello, well known. Welcome to the Kansas City KCEC Corporate Cup Overwatch, folks. It is finally back. The Corporate Challenge, the Corporate Esports Cup is finally back, and we are going to have a fantastic matchup here as we get ready to get everybody under the lights here at Lijiang Tower. It is a best of 5 as we set it up here, folks. So the way that works is that there is several maps. There is Control Point, and then I believe the next one is Escort, and then Hybrid, and then Push, and then another Control Point if we have to get to map 5. But we're here at Lijiang Tower, so let's get into it here, folks. Let me see if we can get this going here. It looks like they are getting loaded up in here. Of course, we couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, which of course we got Park University, Populous, Forvis, Google Fiber, and Casey Game On. As it looks like we are currently loading into this map here as it stands. So it looks like we are finally getting ready to get underway for this match. We will see just what each team comes out with on once this gets started.
Ready for battle. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
And so you do have Populous there with coming in here. We'll put on to Jordanary there. Currently, as he's putting a lot of damage, getting a lot of defensive damage, holding off there that tank roll. Of course, kind of got reduced with Overwatch 2 here, but ultimately as we try to get onto another one, we have Cocoa Puff on the side of the noobs on the Zarya. Zarya not exactly the most meta champion right now, but certainly able to put some damage in. Got a good elimination there on the Duck there with courtesy of Stone Cold. A lot of good damage options here for them. We try to move into another one. Now the Lucio, danger of going up with the mech there, finally does get taken out. Stone Cold, who's done a lot of work right now, honestly. Jedi Haggard also there on the there. So right now, it is the noobs of NeuAnalytics getting in most of the time on the objective right now. We'll see if they can change that. As Mercy here trying to boost the tank of Jordanary there, who's doing a lot of damage right now. Finally, a lot of ults coming out there. Bomb coming out, doing some work as well. Can they get the resurrection in? No, it will go down. As Jedi Haggard there helping out his team with Ana. So we will move off that. It doesn't look like that they're going to get to the objective in time here unless something miraculous happens in this team fight right now for the Populous. Comes out from Stone Cold, and that's going to be enough to take objective for game number 1. For round 1, excuse me.
0 to 1.
Jordan with the GG's go next. Definitely not the round that they were hoping for. But it's a new round, new day, new beginnings for everyone. Obviously, NeuAnalytics, the noobs, coming in with great team synergy early on there. Let's see if they keep with that same, or they try to change it up. Looks like iRobot changing over
4, 3,
their hero
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
to the mad scientist, one of the mad scientists in Overwatch. As the hamster ball able to get somebody. That's the Zarya getting booped off there. And the Lucio also gone as well. So early from Populous. Not getting pressured early by the noobs.
The objective is
Taking the objective. Support request.
Cannot escape me.
As we got Duck now online with Soldier for Populous, trying to keep things alive for his team.
Your end is within. Taking damage. I offer something more.
Let's see again, NeuAnalytics doing a really good job just staying on that right there, keeping everybody up as well. You love to see that. The putting the hammer down. And gets punished for it.
Hello.
Now Stone Cold, yeah, eliminations in the last matchup. Let's see if we can hit him with a stunner. As we'll start to see some ults start to come online here. Obviously, hamster ball almost ready with that ult. And now he does have that ult. But spotted bother though, but will get out of it there as again a lot of damage on you. Has hold on to that ult until he absolutely needs it there. Stone Cold also with the ult. Aerial denial out now. Stone Cold waiting to release his Death Blossom. Again, a really strong movement here by NeuAnalytics. Keeping it themselves alive here. Trying to get into that back line there is Stone Cold. Jumping off the side, trying to get something there. Releases it, and that will do for round 1. NeuAnalytics taking it. The noobs in very dominant fashion there with that control map. So round 1 going to the noobs there, folks. A pretty impressive display by them. And we will see if Populous is able to respond there, as again, they were able to be taken in pretty comfortably by the noobs. The noobs did a lot of damage there, a lot of good work there. I want to welcome in, of course, Jedi Haggard there on the noobs here in the chat as well. We got a very fun one, folks, early on here. Populous, the home team for both matchups here, so they do also get to play Google Fiber later tonight, rather. But for now, they have NeuAnalytics to deal with, and it looks like we will try to see. Looks like it will be Eichenwald, a hybrid map there to get us started for map number 2 potentially. Looks like that's what they're going to go with here. Obviously, it's a good map for my boy Reinhardt, so I hope to see a lot of Reinhardt here in this matchup. Will that actually happen? I don't know, but you know, I personally would love to see it. I would love to see it, you know. So if it happens, bully for me. But you know, it's not my game. It's not always in the cards. So, but hey, you guys do earn extra brownie points if you play Reinhardt. Little heads up there. So should be interesting to see what they decide to go with here. I'm curious to know. Obviously, Jordinary struggled a little bit there against the other tank there. You know, the hamster had the advantage in that one there. So I think that's going to be kind of you know, when you only have one tank, it really narrows the field on, you know, where you're able to deflect some of that damage there. And, you know, maybe he has to jump off to something with a little bit of a shield. And you do see Cocoa Puff on the Reinhardt as we get into this one now, folks. 35 seconds left to go. Final predictions. I think that, you know, Reinhardt's always a good one. And I think if this is to hold out here, we're going to have a very fun one here. 20 seconds left to go. We don't want to jump right in just yet because, you know, you never know who might be watching you. They might be getting a tactical advantage. We don't want that to happen. But other ways, we will get underway here. And away we go.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
As we get ready to engage there, it will be Jordinary on the Zarya. And we'll go straight to the Reinhardt cam because I do love me some Reinhardt. Just searching for that back line there. Hammered in on the Mercy, and that's a nice kill there. Zarya also taken out, put in some massive work. Sombra also helping Stone Cold, been deadly anytime he's been. Let's see. They've decided to give up quickly to stop the payload instead. And the soldier for Jedi Hagrid there. Cocoa Puff switching over to the Winton. Oh, this is an interesting move, trying to get sneaky with the Sombra. Try not to get detected there. Once you do get detected, it's almost certain that they will focus you. Try to get down to Story Sleuth. Has to back out, though, as Story Sleuth was right on there. Duck already down there. Respawned. Cocoa Puff doing a really good job again. Tank work is great work there, and they are able to get to the first checkpoint here for this escort. Jordinary changing off onto the Diva there, forces Cocoa Puff to retreat there. As you can kind of see, the checkpoint been reached there, and we will head inside. Give me. Thank you. Sometimes I gotta let the door open for you. And this is a critical choke point as we will see how they change it up here for him. Obviously, Jordinary there. Looking for an opportunity to try to get that ult down once that comes online. And now, we are near the end of the road here. Oh, spawn camping them there. And that will do it for round 1. The noobs doing really well on these first 2 maps.
To 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
As we will watch this slowly work its way back, it will travel all the way back to the start of things. Can we get up there? We cannot. The camera not tall enough to get up there, folks. That's all right. As we get ready to get hey here, decides to swap. The noobs have to defend, and it'll be up to Populous to see if they can best the time, which was 5 minutes and 7 seconds that the noobs put down.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend.
And we have a Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle to get us kicked off here, folks. Ooh, and away they go. Bouncing iRobot off the stage there. However, Jordan will go down to Coco, just doing so much damage on the run on here. That's a great pick anywhere, especially this part of the map here. Is Zenyatta there for special sauce. The Sombra doing a really good job there for Stone Cold, so no reason not to stay off of it. Hacking the tank there. Big move there. As Jordanary gets taken down by a host of noobs here. And here we are, Reinhardt with the shadow ready. Waiting for an opportunity, no doubt, to try to get as many in that as possible. Oh, it is a huge ult there for Reinhardt, assisting with 3 kills there, and taking out one himself. That's nearly a team wipe, and it is a team wipe there. Great shadow there. I mean, how can you not love that? Zenyatta now. Quickly use that ult. And needed to as well, as he almost got pinned by the Rainbow. Over Discords there, drop down. Aiding in the pain.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
So see what he can do with the Lucio here, as they need a minute and a half still to see if they can find a way to move that payload, or at least get to the payload there, because they've been stuck in this little wall here from.
Hate to be on the wrong end of your scalpel. Your end is within my reach.
Yeah, the noobs holding this choke point efficiently. Sombra still holding onto that ult. Might have an opportunity here. And there it is. Quickly, efficient, triple kill there. Coco Puff just doing the work. I think it's Coco Puff's world and we're just living in it, folks. As he's been so dominant throughout these engagements here. Truly impressive. We kick things off for us in week 1. And map number 2. We'll go to the news.
Play of the game.
Yeah, let's see that Earth Shadow one more time, folks, as the play of the game. And there we have it, folks.
Now entering.
So we will see as they move right along, folks, straight over to King's Row. And that is 2 quick victories there for the noobs. They're probably looking for the upset here. Potential. I mean, is it an upset? I don't know if it's necessarily an upset, but the sweep, if nothing else, here, as they really showed strong form there on Eichenwald. And I think that this could be a very spicy matchup here. Obviously, with backs against the wall there, what will Populous be able to do here? As they are going to try to win out here. They kind of have to now, as they're at risk of being swept by the noobs. We'll see what they come out with here on King's Row. It is another map with objectives. I mean, they're all maps with objectives, but you know, like, this is going to be a fun one, I think, as we get into this one. I believe that you know, you got to be aggressive to get out here. You know, to jump onto this point here, you have to be full on blitzkrieg mode there, and we'll see what they decide to go with here as we are about to get underway. How they come out.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
And Jordanary will be on the switching over to the healer now of Zenyatta, whereas they've moved Martin Max over to the Zarya. So an interesting choice there for Populous early on here, as Dux seems to find some success here with the Reaper. In fact, the Zarya on both sides of the field here. Johnny Haggard there on the Ana. See Martin Max there. Zarya, not the most, you know, meta champion anymore, but still a fun one to get on, as we have Duck trying to get back in place. We'll try to move you back to the action here, as you have Cocoa Puff switching off of the tank there and onto the Icicle Lady. The May. That forgot her name? Maybe. It's gonna be May. You know, listen, it's May the 22nd, you know, as they say. And Stone Cold now on the Cassidy. And he's already got the Deadeye ready to go. Good ult there by Jordanary, trying to zone him off here. Didn't get anywhere with that high noob, but does follow it up there. Does finally get the Zenyatta as well. And that is everybody but Duck is left waiting to respawn here. The special sauce now has that gravity well ready to go. If it does get a good solo kill onto the Sombra, needed it. Another one that helps. They are really moving that payload there. Duck here, doing what he can on the Reaper there. Sometimes it's harder, man. You always know that Reaper's so effective in close quarters there, but you know, those shotguns do have a surprising amount of range there. I think that's something that I certainly forget to respect there, but certainly the noobs giving him a healthy respect of distance there, not wanting him to get too close to them unless something were to happen to their face. But they do go down here. Death Blossom available for him though. Once he respawns, has an opportunity now, possibly if they can get back in time. Might be something to watch for here, as they are so close. Oh, dies with the Death Blossom. Trying to get them offline here, but they still move that payload. As they somehow stop that payload with inches to spare. And it slowly begins its way back, but what a stop it was by Populous. I thought for sure that would have been it there, but man, what a hold. And now that second push is going to come. How do they maintain? Ana about to come online here with their ult. How will Jedi Haggard use it? Uses it on the Cassidy. See what he can do. Powered up like that. Man, just fanning out so much damage there. That's 2 down, 3 down there for Populous. 4, just the Zenyatta's left, and that will take that map for the noobs. Now they have to go from offense to defense. Will they be just as effective? It's a good question. We don't know. We're gonna find out though. Let's find a nice little place to perch the camera. Yeah, right where we like to be. And we'll see who comes out with what first. As both teams get ready to go. Noobs, conscious of the slightly later start time than expected. Maybe trying to get out of this one with a dub quickly. We'll see if they can hold this, or if they fall like a house of cards and force a map 4. You see, it is a Reinhardt on Reinhardt special sauce versus Martin Max. And we have the Torbjorn as well for Jedi Haggard, so an unusual choice there. I respect it though. I do love a good Torb and Reinhardt combo there. Let's get hacked and quickly goes down as we head into the thick of it currently. The Kimiko for iRobot. Cocoa Puff switched from the tank role onto the support role. So clearly, everyone here able to kind of switch out their roles when needed be. It's a good way to see things. My favorite view of the game, right here. Let's see how Martin Max can try to break the defenses here. Uh-oh, Sombra. The Sombra getting from behind. Hits the loot. Hits their ult. Helps get a triple. And that is a 4-person wipe there, leaving only the support there. That is a tough pill to swallow. Stone Cold doing so much work there with that Sombra. It does start becoming a question there. Who do you want to use if you want to switch over to something that you think might be more effective against this team comp here, or do you stick with your guns there, knowing that you can build up that ult percentage? Oh, is she gonna boost? Oh, is she gonna boost the Sombra? All right. And look at all that damage coming out from the Sombra. And we'll get the double kill there. Took a lot of time getting to that kill though, and does go down courtesy of the Reaper.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Now onto that Reaper. Not able to get around that Molten Core, as that does such a good job of zoning and taking so much damage from that Molten Core.
60 seconds.
That's special sauce now. Trying to clutch things out. He's got the ult ready. Has to. See if anybody gets anything now. Can they get this objective now? Or NeuAnalytics gonna hold on here and blink them 3-0. Good communication there to get powered up and then immediately hit the ult. Quintuple kill. That will be a team wipe, and that's going to be game, set, match. The Noobs take it in a straight set over Populous here, folks. An impressive display. We'll look at special Sombra. Clever there. Yeah, great play there at the end to kind of help secure the win. As Reinhardt came in and cleaned it up. So, folks, an impressive match there by the Noobs. And game one of the Overwatch portion of the Kansas City Corporate Esports Cup, presented to you by Google Fiber, goes to the Noobs as they drop the GGs in the chat. Folks, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight, our Populous doubleheader. That's right, every week we're going to have a doubleheader of each team, and it's going to be that team's homestand week, so to speak. We'll do that through the 7 weeks of the season. So some teams might get more than one, but that's all right. So when we come back, folks, we will see Populous take on Google Fiber. You don't want to go anywhere.
One, two, 3, 4. two, three, four. One, two, one, two, three, four. One, two, one, two, three, four.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Overwatch Week 1 of the Kansas City Corporate Esports Cup, where we have Populous now taking on Google Fiber. Populous, Jordanary, Story Sleuth, Mr. Berg, Martin Max, and Duck with Mystic Cryoger, LL7878, Falcor, Hercules, and Damage 1 rounding out the side for Google Fiber. Should be a fun one. Obviously, Populous in the mood for redemption after not coming out on top in the first match of this home stand for them. But it is a home stand after all. You know, you can't have a victory, without, you can't have, a home stand without a little bit of that hometown feel. So hopefully they're starting to feel a little bit of that love here tonight, folks, as we're about to get underway here with a control map. As always, we are underway here. Match number 2. Let's take a look. Early control here for Duck and company as they're down. Martin Max looking to try to maintain control. But right now, it looks like it's going to be taken over by Damage 1 and the crew at Google Fiber. Hercules there on the old man gets taken out by a resurgent Populous as they look to take the control point for the first time. And they do so. Starting to put positive points on the board there. I see Populous able to withhold Google Fiber for the time being. Not without taking some losses. There are losses on both sides starting to mount up there as they respawn. You have to be careful here for Duck as he gets pulled in there by the rubber, gets taken out. The Lucio coming at you there for Falcor. Boosting up his team. Let's see if Falcor able to get the kill there. And see now, moving on to one of the newer heroes for Overwatch 2. As we have LL7878 on the Moira there. Waiting for the ult to be ready to unleash. And that's exactly what will happen there. Quickly taking out the support. But gets stuck. And down they go. And as Populous retake control from Google Fiber. Damage 1 in danger here. Gets knocked out. Populous in overtime here, trying to secure this win. And it looks like they should clutch it out, and they do. Hercules not able to get there in time, so Going Populous.
Score 1-0.
And that'll feel good for that.
Ready for battle.
As we head to the boopy part of the map. Just so dangerous. Right there, expect to see a lot of eliminations.
5,
Drop down from there.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Both teams ready to get underway. As we'll take approach at this approach on the Popular side of the board. The Bastion coming out there from damage 1. But Mora not able to see him that time as everyone is on the objective looking to create some chaos and havoc. And it will be Populous who secures it early with Duck leading the way. Story Sleuth now. As we get some contestedness. Lucio and Lucio action. Good damage output there. Hercules. Trying to sneak onto the objective here. Hats choosing not to go with their health, as I know they're about to go down pretty quickly. Gets nobody with that bomb there. Jordinary on the Tracer now. Gets one elimination there with Mr. Berg helping. I guess helping Mr. Berg. Or which way you want to look at it. Had to quickly recall there. Rewind. Tracer, one of the more interesting ones to try to survive with. Nice move there by the Orisa. Wow. Got hit by the ult, but still managed to take him out there.
Let's go.
As we head over back to the objective, and where do we find? Well, we've got Google Fiber on the objective now. Populous quick to regain control. And unless Orisa can get on it quickly, does so able to reset that timer now. Save it for as long as he can. If not, then it could be curtains here for Google Fiber.
Into the iris.
And with that, game win going to Populous. So Populous there, able to overcome the adversity from the first match. Showed up pretty well here. Let's take a look at Mr. Berg there with the ult. Was able to get some eliminations there for their team. And we will see how they choose to go after going from Ilios, where they decide to move next for the next map in this game number 2. But game number 1, again, going the way of Populous there, and they got to feel good about that. Really, it's a morale booster there. It looks like we will be going to Havana to see how these teams can play on that escort map. But I mean, I think that we saw adaptation from Populous, and I think that's what you want to see there. Obviously, being able to get the number of Google Fiber. How does Google Fiber now respond here? You know, because you see the Populous able to figure them out here. It's a matter of figuring out, you know, what combinations work best. You know, do you stick with the hero that you're best at, or do you go with one that's going to be a better counter pick there? Orisa always constantly strong there, and you saw them with the Orisa doing some good damage there and being able to be sustained with that Orisa, but she's not very mobile, and on an escort map may not be the best pick, but we will see here as we're about to get underway with our heroes getting here. Not sure who's going to come out with what here, because it could really be anyone's game with this one goes. But we'll go ahead and take a quick look at our objectives here. As this one is about to get underway. Switch over to the view so you guys can get to see
Ready for battle.
who will come out on top. As you can see, waiting at the Taller de Sebastian. It will be Google Fiber to try to advance the objective first, with Populous trying to stay afloat and keep it from advancing here
1.
first.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
So early getting in the face there. Duck going down, losing your tank like that. Not what you want to see if you're Populous. As you will see, the objective is slowly starting to get moved here with the Baptiste. Getting just close enough there, just kind of inch it just a little bit there. Yeah, these two teams kind of figuring out where they want to go. Duck putting some heavy damage in. Has to be careful not getting caught out too much. Does have his team behind him to support him now. See Lucio getting snoozed. That sleeper dart. Keeping him out of the action now, but Google Fiber showing some early success here as they move this objective. Now that they are able to push back the Populous team, they get a little bit of breathing room here to start building up some of those ults. Jordanary ready to boost somebody whenever need. Ooh, a quick ult here from Mr. Brook as well. Not able to quite hit those arrows yet. Populous getting pushed back here by the likes of Valcor and Google Fiber. Big ult there from Duck on the Reinhardt. They're able to halt the progress now. And that's got to bode well. The 4 Populous as they get that stop. You see Google Fiber now on the advance, trying to move the payload now. Ooh, Lucio taking all of those soldier. Not what you want to see. The Baptiste hitting the immortality field just to stay alive here. Had to use that ult. Oh man, that boosted Reinhardt there, doing so much damage, stopping them in their tracks. Good, Reinhardt can do wonders. And he does get the Lucio with the charge. And spotted bombing right now, but able to survive the onslaught and already has an Earth Shatter ready. Has to force the Ramatra back. Zones him with his ult, though doesn't quite get anything with it. That's where a Hanzo can come in and play some cleanup. Not able to hit anybody with his ult effectively. You'll see them fall back here as they try to provide an opportunity to stop this payload here. Mark Max getting some good damage in on that Soldier 76 here.
They'll regret that.
So it's a soldier on soldier battle now. With the Torbjorn as well from damage 1. Lucio holding on to that ult there, waiting for an opportunity to try to push this payload as much as they can. It's been a good, tough battle here to get to the second checkpoint here for this team. This duck goes wrong. The ult from both Lucios now, keeping this one alive. The soldier coming in there, trying to push things here for Google Fiber. They're so close to reaching the end then. It's so powerful, but Duck's just so good staying on that objective. And then Martin Max also providing cleanup duty to not allow them to get any closer with that payload there. Damage one staying in there. Goes down quickly, and that should mean the stop of that push there. 83 meters for Google Fiber.
Score
We'll see if
0.
they can get it
Switching sides.
on the Populous side, if they can do any better.
Initiating match.
Zoop. And we head back to start. Oh, there it is.
For battle.
Just can't teleports there. As you see, Google Fiber trying to descend upon the warehouse that holds Populous. Perhaps a victor. Take a look inside their spawn. Soldier checking out the very nice cars in here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And we're see who will come out. Will Google Fight be able to withstand? It's on the assault. On Duck quickly going down there. Damage one also being taken out. Still having that turret there available. But still able to do something. Finally taking out that turret. You see Hercules flanking here. Trying to provide some chaos here. We do have the first movement. As Duck's able to take out the Orisa. And it looks like Populous is able to move the objective here pretty efficiently.
Scanning.
See Jordinary here on the Ana. They're boosting a bit. It goes straight after the Orisa once again. Finally takes out Kyogre, the Baptiste. And now we have a nice shot there by Mr. Berg. They quickly take the first objective checkpoint. Now they are halfway to victory. They don't have to get to the second checkpoint. They just have to make it an inch further than their opponents. And that ult from Hanzo will be deadly if he's able to hit it on a big group. Like that, that's a pretty big group right there. A lot of damage coming in. The Orisa trying to survive. Goes down. The soldier having to get back. Can he get there in time to do the damage? Gets immediately shot out by the Hanzo. As the payload is so close to the destination there. See, coming in in ones and twos. I don't know, somebody having to try and do what they can. Gets defeated. Triggered their ult. And that will be Populous. It is going to take game number two, excuse me. Able to move the objective a little bit further than Google Fiber. We'll see what Duck was able to do there. As a nano boosted. Just the amount of damage you can do nano boosted as a Reinhardt is just it's what makes it so much fun. And so, Populous now on the other side of the position that they were at this time earlier in the night, where they were facing a 2-0 deficit. They now are on the advantage side of the 2-0 game, looking to sweep here. And how are they going to be able to do that? I think they got to stick to their guns there. It's been a pretty impressive display so far there. Obviously, having a good combo like your Ana and Reinhardt is always fantastic there. Maybe they'll switch it up there. Maybe we'll get like a hamster or something like that, or a diva. You know, something with, yeah, that's still pretty powerful there. You know, we have not seen a Junkrat yet, which Junkrat usually is pretty powerful. And on a map like Hollywood, I could see Junkrat having a lot of success with all those different angles available to them. I would not be surprised if, you know, we do see Junkrat here. Certainly Hanzo or Widowmaker would be a really good one for this map as well. It really just depends, you know, because you have those different sight lines there. Somebody like Reinhardt's going to struggle a little bit because of just how wide open it is at times. I think that it's going to come down to, you know, what they feel comfortable with in these different styles. For me personally, like, I would probably switch over to, you know, an Orisa would be really good here because there's a lot of wide open sight lines here. So if you're a tank main, you know, maybe that's who you go with. But we'll see what they decide to decide here. Verse sweep time. It's possible it could be a sweep time. We don't know. Don't know. Only one way to find out, and that is to pay attention here. I mean, looks like we are going to have a little bit of a mirror matchup here coming out. I can see. We've got some Rhines already being picked. We've got some soldiers being picked. We've got a Mei, got a Kiriko, an Ana, Lucio, Hanzo. So, you know, different things. We're going to find out as we get underway.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
So, I personally not a fan of being on this map, as it leads to a lot of pain often. But we you know, for me, but these two competitors not afraid to get to swing their hammer at each other's faces here. I see this first choke point here. Mystic Kyogre getting the better of the other, being that time around. And you see Google Fiber getting some stuff, so getting some advancement here towards the point here in this this little choke point here. Gonna follow this Mei as they try to flank around and get met with a lot of pain there. Nice ice wall there to zone them, but ultimately gets taken out. Now on to the Hanzo here from Populous. Holding onto those arrows, waiting for their moment to strike.
Take it from the top.
You see everybody just kind of waiting to regroup. Smart move there from Google Fiber team. Hanzo zeroing in on that Mei. Did a really good job of projecting when she would come out of the ice cube. Big there from, but thankfully Lucio ult able to survive for Populous, as someone is currently on that objective, and it is the Mei being sneaky. So everybody will take a break. Ooh, ult quick defeat there. And after that team fight, suddenly we have an objective to be taken by Google Fiber. Ooh, the contest here. And just when we thought that they were going to take that without contesting, suddenly Populous comes out there to stop the party here. We got so much action now. Switching over. Mr. Berg onto something a little more sniper friendly. Getting some good damage there. On the Ashe. Missing with the ult. There's the Reinhardt. As we're in the thick of things now. Jordanary on the Ana. And round one taken there without an objective going down.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
So goose egging your opponent there.
Initiate
Pretty impressive. We'll see how Google Fiber chooses to approach this one. Certainly, Hollywood has quite an expansive map. So choosing to stay near the objective there rather than approach the choke point here. We do have the Moira out now for LL7878. And a soldier battle happening over here. It's kind of a one-on-one type affair. As Populous now quickly coming into the objective there. And if they're able to hold this, they're able to get it this year, that will do it. Game, set, match. Populous taking in a sweep over Google Fiber. A quick matchup after doing such a good job defensively. And a pretty good play there. Reinhardt's getting to play the games so often here. And we love to see it as a remain. But, you know, sometimes that is how the cookie crumbles, folks. And, you know, listen, I personally, I don't like crumbly cookies. So maybe we just need to work something up into that batter there. You know, maybe you use a little less baking soda or maybe not enough baking powder. I don't know. Point being is that there's different ways to make cookies. You don't have to make crumbly ones. If you do that, you know, there's always, you know, another batch to make. Because, you know, who could say no to cookies? And we will have to see what kind of batch we come up with out of the oven next week, as we will have these three teams going at it again. It's these three teams every single week. Each week it's going to be a homestand for one of them. This week it was Populous. Next week, I don't know yet, but we're going to find out here who's going to be playing host to the other two teams. As it stands, Populous coming in 1-1 there, right in the middle. Google Fiber 0-1, and the Noobs standing at a perfect 1-0. So, folks, that will do it for us here for the Overwatch portion of the Kansas City Esports Corporate Cup. I am JT Displays. Can't do this without our sponsors. We got 4 of us. We got Google Fiber. We got Casey Game On. We got Sporting Kansas City. And I'm sure there's another one that I'm missing. Populous, no doubt. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We will be back to you guys next week. Right here. Same channel. Same action. Same host. Park University. There it is. I was waiting for that one to come up there. You know, it takes sometimes, you know, it doesn't, the brain's a little addled there. But thank you guys so much for watching us tonight, and we will see y'all next time. Until then, have a good night, everybody, and may all your games end in dubs. Peace.